Hey there, it's Sunny D. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. I hope that you had a blessed day and that you're having an even better evening. I want to apologize, I did not make a video yesterday. I had a horrible allergy attack yesterday, like I've never had in my life, and my eyes were burning and my nose was running and my throat was hurting and it was bad. So I took some Benadryl and was knocked out. But I did want to share something with you today that I found recently from Proverbs 31 that I loved. Do you ever find yourself worrying about the future? We ask ourselves things like, will my kids turn out okay? Will my family be provided for? Will my friendships last? Will this season of sorrow never end? It's so easy for us to panic about our future. But because of Jesus, we don't have to give in where fear comes knocking on the door of our hearts. 2 Timothy 1:7 tells us, for God gave us a spirit of fear, not of fear, but of power and of love and of self-control. This verse is so very powerful. It's a reminder that if we are followers of Jesus, His Spirit lives in us. And the Spirit of God is not a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power and of love and of self-control. Because God's Spirit lives in us, we are supported by His power when we face fear. Because of God's Spirit in us, we are capable of loving others out of the love that He's poured out on us. Because of God's Spirit lives in us, we can experience calmness even in the most frightening of circumstances. So when the worries start rushing in and fear starts taking over, we can remember that fear does not come from God, and we can battle fear with the tools that He's given us: power, love, and self-control. So I have shared with you that I have struggled with fear my whole life. And before I knew the Lord, when I tell you that it consumed me, I mean, I would have panic attacks and end up in the hospital thinking that I was dying. And I overcame that fear, when I got to know the Lord and really developed a relationship with Him. But lately, it's snuck its way back in, little by little. I think it started with COVID last year, and I still battle with it very often, and it's devotionals like that that are a reminder that I need to hear. I shared it with you because I figured somebody else would want to hear it, but I needed that reminder of, when we have the Spirit of God, He didn't give us the spirit of fear, and we have to trust Him and lean into Him in those moments. And one of the biggest things for me is music that has to do with fear. I have like a whole playlist that I made a year ago that was like a fear and anxiety playlist, and I put it on often, and I just go to worshiping God when I'm feeling afraid or when I'm uncertain of my future, and it really helps. So I would recommend listening to the music, getting into the Word, and praying first and foremost, and just asking God to calm your spirit and to remind you that He's with you, that He's not going to leave you or forsake you, and that He's going to carry you through whatever you're going through. So I just want to remind you of that, and I am praying for you if you are battling with fear. I do know the struggle, and I pray that you're freed from it once and for all. So I'm wishing you a blessed night. I'll be back tomorrow. Please don't forget, love God and love others.